Diane Mom Garden Videos.
So as you can see, I have a bunch of Rudbeckia, black-eyed Susan plants that's seeded here over the winter. I did not cut the seed heads off, and maybe I should have. But can you see all the new plants I got amongst there? Next to them there is the mature plant, and I'm going to show you the seed heads also so you can see them. But I just cut the seed heads off early spring. I'm finding babies everywhere. So what would you do with all these? So I do have a lot of these Rudbeckia black-eyed Susan plants because I just love them. And I'm going to be showing you some pictures of them on this video as well. And they just bloom for a long time in the summertime, and they're very hardy plants. Yes, I have very many. This is one bed. I also got some Rudbeckia right there on the back side of that bed right there, and I'm actually incorporating them into every one of my beds because I love that yellow color in the summertime. I also have some right behind those statues. I got some, and I planted some more right along here and on the other side. So it's going to be really neat. To prevent them from seeding, or maybe you want them to seed, just cut the dried stems off in the fall. They basically just fall though right where the plant is, so it's not a major issue, I don't think. And then they're very easy to hoe out. I also have another bed here that I'm going to be adding to it. I want it to get a little fuller, little bit wider, because it used to be all the way up here, and then I put grass because I got to downsize sometime. I will be adding to that, and that will be really pretty. These are the seed heads. Let's pull one out. As you can see, there's oodles of seeds in here. Let's see if we can show you what they look like. So there's the seeds. Lots of them, ain't there? Now these really do, I feel they come back true from seed. They seem to be just like the original plant that I purchased several years ago. So that's what's kind of neat too. Alright, so I did plant some today. And they're going to set up. It's going to take them a little bit. I have them in my greenhouse here. And they will set up here in a few days. They'll look a lot better. And I'll keep you updated on how they're doing. Very easy. If you want a lot of these, you want to just do some mass planting, you need one plant. Let it go to seed. Collect your seeds in the fall. Now one thing, I have never collected them and started them indoors. So I do not know if they need a cold treatment stratification before you plant them in the spring or early spring, or sow them indoors. So it might be something you need to research. I have never done it because I've never needed to. I always have new ones growing every spring that I can dig up and move around. So how fun is that, right? Those are so tiny, but they grow really fast. Here, these are some I dug up outside already. Look how big they are. Look at that. Sometimes I want to move them. Sometimes they're just in the places I don't want them, right? So I dig them up and bring them in my greenhouse and let them grow for a while. And they're doing good. It takes them a little bit to settle into their pots, so you don't want to give them full sun, hot sun right away. Kind of keep them where it's not quite so intense while they're starting to root down into their pots. Okay. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. So let's talk about the Rudbeckia black-eyed Susan plant. Can you see all the burnt leaves on there? We have been windy here, and they do not like wind, especially on them tender new leaves. This doesn't really hurt the plant. It really doesn't. Sometimes I'll come in here and pull them off. Other than that, they'll grow so fast that you won't notice it, you know, after a while. But this is windburn. We had some wicked hot wind, and this is what happens. But they do come out of it, they grow out of it. Another thing about Rudbeckia is that they can do sun to part sun. Now, these get sun pretty good through the day, and then my other ones, some of them get partial sun. They'll get some shade in the afternoon, which was nice. They do thrive in a few different areas. They also like water. I've noticed if you're really hot, you haven't had rain for a while, you do want to water them, okay? This isn't my best looking plant, but I have some nicer ones over in the garden that didn't get this windburn. It's nothing to worry about. It does go away. You can pull them off, and it's not going to be an issue after a while. But they are just gorgeous. They bloom for several weeks, and they're a nice cut flower too. So it's just something you might want to try in your garden sometime. Let's go look at the ones that aren't windburnt. So these in front of you didn't get that windburn the other day. The leaves look really nice. These have been here for a couple years, so they got a really good stand. They're doing really nice. So I really like them here. And again, they got to have moisture, so I keep an eye on them, especially when we're hot like right now. I keep them watered kind of nice, and they stay. Just look at them. Let's get you a close-up of that. You can see how much better these look, right? These didn't get that ferocious wind the other day. They're in the middle of my garden here, and they obviously were protected a little bit more, so that was nice. Have you grown Rudbeckia? Do you have it in your garden? Give me some feedback. Let me know how it's growing in your area. I'd love to hear from you. You know how much it hurts to hold these out? It's tough. It is hard to do, but I got quite a few, and it's going to be way more than I need. It's just one of them things you got to do once in a while to clean your beds up, especially in the spring when you left the seed heads on. So what I've decided, I got some room right there. So I'm going to thin those out and let some grow big. That'll be really nice. So I won't have to hoe all of them out after all.